Welcome back, folks, to another video. We've got something kind of unique for you today.
Unique. Yeah, a little run through Musky Expo of Lee's baits and my baits.
Yeah, unfortunately, those obviously everybody knows, and Robbie and I are practicing social distancing here. Yeah, unfortunately, with the virus going around, we were not able to make it to the Minnesota show. Nope. And obviously you guys aren't able to, so we're bringing the show to you.
Yep. Fortunately, all of our wonderful sponsors have all of their products on the websites right now. Chaos Tackle, Musky Shop, TNA Tackle, Bite Back Baits, Lakewoods, all the stuff that you could have gotten at the Minnesota Musky Expo, you can get it online. So, no, it's really not missing out on anything.
Yeah, you don't even have to leave the couch.
Exactly.
And by the way, folks, I want to say here that musky fishing is coming.
Yes.
We are going to go musky fishing. Yes, this kind of sucks right now, but it is definitely coming. So you got to make sure you have all the right gear and the new gear and whatnot. So what we're going to do here is give you a run through of basically each one of our baits that we make and have available. And we're going to show you all the colors that we would have had available at the show. So let's dive right in.
But you can see them pretty dang close.
Yes, video is always better too, to see a bait as opposed to just a picture on a website. Sure. So let's dive right into this.
First bait we got, new for 2020. I don't think we've actually put this on a video yet, so I'm very excited to release the Boilermaker spinner bait. Yes, I've started a new company, BAITS. There's the logo right there. Why do the Boilermaker spinnerbait? Well, you can fish a spinnerbait slower, just right under the surface, make it boil. Unfortunately, we don't have any underwater footage of it yet, but that will be coming very shortly as our lakes are unfreezing right now. But yeah, I got 8 different colors. This is a balsa body, so it's just nice and easy. I mean, it is probably the easiest bait to run. I mean, it's just nice and slow, keeps you above the weeds, keeps you above the rocks, and it'll be perfect for night fishing. But
can you fish it fast?
Yes, you can easily put down your rod tip and burn that thing. And you know, the nice thing about a number 7 willow like this, there's hardly any drag in the water. So very cool. Got nice 7/0 hooks on the bat, 51 wire, so everything is beefed up in a 1-ounce spinnerbait head like that. So let's just look through the colors real quick. I don't have any fancy names like Lee. Maybe that'll come in the future here, but I've just been calling this white orange. It's got, and then of course, what's a spinnerbait without fire tiger? So that's a very popular color, obviously. We got black on black, which is very nice. This will be my favorite here, little purple gold. I think that'll work in the Fox River in Green Bay. Can't go wrong with something like that. Of course, gotta have white, little white on black. And then moving over, chartreuse. You'll notice something, most of these colors, they're bright, they pop. I love seeing my bait when I'm working the lure. So we got a walleye here, it's kind of nice. And last but not least, little orange and black 715 color in that stained water. So that's the run through, 8 baits. I'm sure there'll be more colors to come in the future, but as of right now, that's my start, and I'm excited to keep producing these baits. All of the Boilermaker spinner baits will be on my website, bidbaits.com. They will be retailing for $30, and through the weekend in the United States, I will be offering free shipping as well.
All right, so the first bait I've got to show you from Lee Lures Custom Baits is probably the bait I'm really the most excited about this coming season. This is the 8-inch Leviathan Dive and Rise jerk bait. And actually speaking, it's really 2/3 a dive and rise bait, 1/3 an actual glide bait. This thing will actually go a lot side to side, you know, really switch directions greatly. So this bait also comes with a 3-weight kit, okay? Comes with a 2-ounce, a 1.5, which is inside it now, and a 1-ounce lead weight. And what's the difference between these other than the weight? Is the medium weight, the 1.5 ounce, what I'm trying to say, will actually suspend the bait, okay? And then obviously, if you want to sink the bait, you can put the 2-ounce in. If you want to slow rise, you can put the 1 ounce, or you can fish it with no lead at all and then say if you were popping it through shallow weeds or whatever, or shallow rocks, you know, with no weight, the bait will work fine as well. Comes with a 5/0 hook in the front, 4/0 on the back. I know a few people asked that have bought them at the shows, which hook goes where. I always put the business end of the bait with the bigger hook size. So there you go with that. I do recommend a single strand wire leader with these baits. Eliminates some of the hang up where your leader may hang up onto your front hook. The 8-incher isn't quite as bad. The 10-incher definitely hooks up easier on the leader without a stainless steel single strand leader. At any rate, this color is called Shifty Perch, and some of the other colors we got here we'll take a look at. So here we got Circus Perch. Here we've got Walleye Orange Belly. Here we've got Poltergeist Perch. Here we've got Yellow Perch Orange Belly. Here we've got Natural Perch Orange Belly. It's got a little more white through here. Here we've got Sexy Shad. Here we've got Nuclear Bluegill. Fire Tiger. Here we've got Perpetrator Perch. All right, the next bait we've got here is the 10-inch Leviathan in the auto clear version. I get a lot of questions. What's the difference between the auto clear and the epoxy version? There's way more labor time in the epoxy version baits, and there's nowhere as much hand carved detail into the auto clear versions. So this is an epoxy version. This is an auto clear version above it. We'll show you some of the carving differences between the two. You can see this is just a straight line cut, and the epoxy version has a lot of hand carved, the gill, the eye sockets, and if you look at the bait head on, it's actually, this is a lot more rounded on the sides of the bait. This is a little more flat sided, where the rounder bait of the epoxy has more body roll to the bait. They both come with the weight sockets there where you can put your weight inside. This happens to be a 2 ounce and a 1.5 here, and that'll basically get you a suspending bait, maybe even a slow sink. Each bait varies a little bit, bait by bait. You can also see the hand carved detail on the epoxy version versus the auto clear version. I make very few of the fancy ones here. The difference is $100 on these, $195 on the epoxy. So big difference there, just down to labor time really. So the 10-inch in the auto clear comes with a 4-weight system. It comes with 2 1.5s, with a 2 and a 1 ounce as well. And these, like I said, $100 retail on these. Here we've got Hot Whitefish. Indicator head, you can see this bait coming to the boat nice and easy with that bright head. Here we've got Flaming Night Shiner. It's also got the bright indicator head. You can see the dark colored bait coming to the boat. Okay, so here we have the 10-inch epoxy version of the Leviathan. These are made in very small production numbers. This happens to be the Poltergeist Perch pattern. And like I was saying before, the biggest thing about the cedar versions of these baits versus the auto clear, these do have more body roll to the bait. So when that bait swings to the side, it'll actually shimmy at the end of the dive, and it shakes and it looks alive. The auto clear version will shimmy too, but just not quite as many times. There's something about having that round body to the bait that gives it that rocking action. Here we got also the Circus Perch Chromalicious there. Those are the only 3 colors I've got available right now. Like I said, limited production. So here we have the 14-inch Leviathan. I make these in very small numbers. This is the only one I actually have available. This is the Glitter Perch pattern. There's one left. And once again, very limited production. Those of you familiar with the pelagic crankbait. Awesome diving crankbait will troll down to 30 feet. Unfortunately, super limited production. These are actually the only 2 colors I have in stock right now. I've got the Flaming Night Shiner and Circus Perch Chromalicious. Way too much time building these things, but they're fun. Okay, moving on to the enormous, the gigantic Flap 10. We have got the Flap 10. This is an 1 inch diameter. You're wondering what this metal clip is on the back. That is a noise maker. This thing will make the most obnoxious racket hitting that thing coming back to the boat. And it's 8 inches in length. If you would like to compare it to the regular flap tail, there you go. There's the difference between the two. 5 inches, 8 inches, and obviously the diameter, way different there. Okay, I know all you Minnesota guys are just drooling. This is gonna be the bait that catches Bessie for you up there. No doubt. Vermilion, any of the big waters up there, man. Looking forward to hearing your stories on this bait. So why is it called the Flap 10? Well, it has a number 10 blade on the back of it, like so. The price of this bait is 100 bucks. Probably the coolest color ever made in a surface bait. Slow, no wake buoy. Why not? Slow, no wake. And for those of you afraid of a white bait, we've got a black belly on it for you. All right, so here we have the Flap 9, made famous by the Air Jaws Muskie. The 9 because it's got a number 9 blade on the back, and it comes with an 8/0 hook in the front, a couple of 3/0s on the back. As you can see, loon pattern here. Go through some of the other colors. We've got black holographic glitter. Of course, we have the slow no wake in the Flap 9 as well. One of the best sellers, Nightmare. The best seller and my personal favorite, Black Orange Flame. Of course, Sexy Shad, great Minnesota color. Lake St. Clair. Of course, we got Perpetrator Perch. Nice red belly. Another great seller, Circus Perch. Got Chartreuse on the blade. And here we've got Black and Glow Flame. Glow in the dark flame. I think I got a couple of these left. So all the Flap 9s are at a $100 retail as well. Let's move on to the regular flap tails. Of course, I think it's probably the flap tail that made flap tails kind of popular nowadays. We even have this in a plain cedar wood pattern. And that's got the standard flap tail blade on the back. And it's got the C-clip there for your noise make. And this is a lot more subtle of a bait than, say, the Flap 9 is just ridiculously loud. Definitely a different bait. All right, so here we've got Orange Belly Perch, Hollow Black, Fire Perch, Nightmare, Black Orange Flame, Pink Flame, Perpetrator Perch, Circus Perch, and Poltergeist Perch. And all of the flap tails, the regular size flaps, retail at $60. And for those of you that end up catching a lot of fish on these baits, this hook hanger is replaceable. So when you catch 10 to 15 fish on the bait, I highly recommend you shooting me a message and I will send you out for free, no charge, a new hook hanger on here. And all you got to do is zip the screw out, zip it back in. I'll actually send you a screw with it as well in case you strip it a little bit. Or you're welcome to send the bait back to me. I will replace it free of charge and ship it back to you. So that is the regular size flap tail. Moving right along, we've got the regular size water chopper. Really one of the most fun baits to fish ever. How is this different than, say, some of the other brand baits out there, tail baits? Probably the biggest thing is that, well, I guess there's quite a few things, but it's a wood body bait, which is hard to find nowadays. Not a lot of wood tail baits out there. Probably the biggest thing is the drop wire hook hanger like this. And most of the other company tail baits put lead in the bottom of the bait to keep it from flipping over. Well, I added a keel to the bait, and that will keep the bait from flipping over without adding unnecessary weight to the bait, which will allow this bait to run over big waves. You can fish this. You've seen me cast this on Lake St. Clair in big waves. It'll run in big chop. One of the other differences is the 0.35 stainless tail that has this reversed cup to it. That much of a cup to it creates that super deep chopping sound that really is a signature of this bait. Also recommend, once you've caught 20 plus fish on a bait, I know guys that have caught over 100 fish on one bait. Once you've caught 20, 25 fish on this thing, I highly recommend sending it back to me. I'll put a new through wire through it, free of charge. All my baits are guaranteed for the lifetime of the bait. So if you ever have a problem with this bait, I will make it, or any of the baits, of course, I will make it right for you. That's the regular Lee Lures water chopper, and these have a $60 retail. Black orange, black pink, perpetrator perch, circus perch, and sexy shad. So here we got the water chopper XL. This has got a considerably larger, fatter body. It's got, of course, the drop wire hook hanger, which I didn't mention before. This actually gives you better hooking percentage on the bait as well. Gets that hook away from the body of the bait. And thick tail like that. It's got the same stainless steel 0.35 stainless rigid tail. Pretty much to get this thing out of tune, you got to land it on a rock. So pretty much indestructible baits. And that happens to be in the nightmare pattern. Take a look at the other colors here. Here we got black and pink, circus perch, perpetrator perch, and of course black orange flame. And the retail of these baits are $65. One more size variation on the water chopper. This is the water chopper HD. It is just a longer version of the regular chopper. Works better even in really rough water. Obviously has a little more profile lengthwise. I have a few of these. I try to make more of them, but it's been kind of a struggle. But I do have a few of these on the website as well. These are also $60 retail. Here we've got the Lee Lures Boilermaker. Probably no stranger to this bait. The bait that I've caught my longest muskie ever on. 56 incher. Definitely responsible for a lot of giant fish. This color is purple gold. And these are a $65 retail. It is a cedar wood hand carved body, epoxy coated, and got some awesome colors of those. It allows you to fish a spinner bucktail single 10 slower and or shallower than ever before. Yes, you can fish it fast too. Dip your rod tip in the water. You can burn the bait. I've heard of quite a few guys having success with that technique on it this past season. Take a look at the colors. Got lemon sucker here, night shiner flow red, loon of course, gold sucker, black orange loon, glitter perch gold, black hollow, natural perch gold, blackened perch chartreuse, yellow belly perch orange, walleye gold, glitter perch orange, purple rain, chartreuse sucker, black blade, nightmare, black orange loon, orange blade, night shiner, and reverse loon. All right, we've got a couple more baits that will not be on the Lee Lures website. We have got the mini Boilermaker single number 8 Flashaboo skirt with a cedar wood carved body. These will all be available at the Musky Shop and muskyshop.com, of course. They are selling all of my mini Boilermakers. Like I said, I will not have them on the site. These are a $35 retail. Also, new for this year, I've got a couple different size willow leaf spinner baits. I've got a 1 ounce version that has a number 3 Kicker Colorado and a number 5 bladed willow. This is in the walleye pattern. And I've also got, that's a 1 ounce head, by the way. I don't know if I said that. Here we got an 1.5 ounce size head in the purple rain color that has a number 4 Kicker Colorado and a number 7 willow. These are both blade combinations that I've had a ton of success on over the years, and just thought I would offer them in my own lineup as well. So these are the Lee Lure spinnerbaits. Also will be available very soon at muskyshop.com. Well, there you have it, folks. Just a little bit of walkthrough of what it's like to come to our booth at the Musky shows. We're very sad that we do not get to see you in Minnesota. So
no, that Minnesota show was definitely it's a nice kicker at the end of the year.
Big time.
But keep looking forward to the Florida videos. Got some Florida videos.
Yeah, you got some sick fish.
So that's coming up as well. But yeah.
We want to thank all of you for all the support over the years. We're coming up on 40,000 subs. So if you have not subscribed yet, please go down and click the subscribe button. Yep. We'd appreciate that.
Can't do it without you guys.
Yeah, for sure. So please make sure to go to our other sponsors' websites as well and help us through this kind of tough time, actually. It's definitely taking a beating here, not being able to do the rest of the shows.
For sure.
So at any rate, looking forward to the next fishing vid. Thank you guys so much for coming by, and we will catch you on the next vid.